in the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
All right, I think we got the dog on the horn here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. The sports page brought to you by Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. Nobody does trucks like Don Mealy, where they are celebrating their 50th anniversary in Central Florida. Check them out. Don Mealy Chevrolet. Chevy. Together, let's drive.
They got that red tag event going on, baby.
You know they do.
Uh-huh.
They do. All right, where do we want to start? College Football Playoff Committee rankings, the penultimate rankings. For Taco Bob, penultimate means the next to the last rankings before championship weekend. So Ole Miss did not get dinged as many people thought because Lane Kiffin left. In fact, Ole Miss rose in the rankings, all right? Ole Miss rose to number 6 in the latest rankings, so good for them. They're not getting penalized for losing their head coach. Ohio State remains number 1. Indiana remains number 2. Georgia number 3. Texas number 4. Oregon number 5. And then, of course, Ole Miss. Who's after Ole Miss? I'm looking at the rankings here. Do you have the rankings in front of you, Lynch?
Yeah, I can pull them up here. Texas Tech, I think, right? Yeah,
Texas Tech is after that. So there's the rankings. The interesting thing, everybody's looking at Miami. Now, Miami is 12th in the rankings. BYU is 11th in the rankings. BYU plays a conference championship game this weekend. If the rankings as they are hold, then Miami and BYU could be out, all right? Because Virginia is the number 17 team in the country. If they win the ACC championship game, they would move up into the top 12 as a highest-ranked conference champion. And if Tulane wins their conference championship game, they would probably replace Miami as the highest-ranked champion of a non-Power 4 conference.
You want to know the biggest load of crap I heard last night when those rankings were unveiled? They talked to that one committee member. He made the comment, he goes, well, yeah, Notre Dame just dominated Stanford. I'm like, Stanford sucks, dude. Meanwhile, Miami blows out Pitt, who had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
By more than Notre Dame beat Pitt by. So
Until you're blue in the face, Pat, it's not going to.
Let me ask you guys this. Bulldog, what happens if Georgia annihilates Alabama on Saturday?
That's what Miami has to hope for. They have to hope for some big time.
Probably also have to hope that Texas Tech blows out BYU.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which could happen. That could happen.
Although if BYU just loses, what Miami has to worry about is Miami needs to hope that Duke upsets Virginia. Okay. And then they have to hope that Georgia slaughters Alabama and Alabama falls out of the rankings. But we'll see.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing a lot of one word, which is hope. And you know my saying, Pat.
Well, yeah.
Hope in one hand, and
Yeah.
Here's what gets me, all right? So, and believe me, I don't think Ole Miss should be penalized, but Ole Miss does not get penalized. In fact, they raise in the rankings because, hey, we want to give those kids the best chance to win. Well, what about Florida State 2 years ago? Or 3 years ago? Why did they fall in the rankings and fall out of the playoff? Because they lost their quarterback. Is it losing your coach more important than losing your quarterback? I don't know.
There's just every year there's something, man, and it's like if you're on the short end of that stick, it's your turn to eat the S sandwich.
Yeah. Speaking of BYU, their coach Kalani Sitake, he snubbed Penn State to stay at BYU. Of course, he's signing a lucrative long-term contract to stay at BYU, but yeah. Penn State was negotiating with him, and yesterday it was reported that he's going to stay at BYU, where he's had a lot of success. I think it's a smart move.
Good for him.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, BYU has a chance to challenge for the championship in the Big 12 every single year. They're among the biggest spenders in the Big 12 because they have a big donor base and they're getting supplemented by the Mormon Church.
And you know that Lane's move had a good amount to do with that guy's decision yesterday. The whole decision. On his side, he didn't want to be seen as Lane was by a lot of people, and he didn't want to ditch his kids. And thanks to Lane, BYU, I bet, said, hey, let's pay this son of a gun.
What happened to Lane's rack of clothes they rolled out on the curb? Did that get to at least to a Goodwill or something?
Did you see what Lane did yesterday? He's allowing Charlie Weiss Jr., who was his offensive coordinator at Ole Miss, who he brought with him to LSU. He's allowing Charlie Weiss Jr. to go back and coach Ole Miss during the college football playoff championship. He released a statement yesterday acting like he's some big hero. Yeah. I'm allowing Charlie Weiss Jr. to go coach. And
isn't it more like Ole Miss is allowing him to come back and coach?
Nah, I think Ole Miss wanted him to come. I think they need a play caller.
I guess somebody.
Yeah.
I think they need an offensive play caller since Lane Kiffin was the play caller and Charlie Weiss Jr. was sort of his apprentice. So,
well, bottom line is the dust will not settle until noon on Sunday when the final rankings come out.
That's right. That's right. By the way, college basketball last night, Gators and Duke. Did you guys watch it?
It was close.
Huh?
Close.
It was close. Gators were down by 15 in the second half. They come back, take the lead, and then Duke. Isaiah Evans hits a go-ahead three-pointer with about 20 seconds left. Florida turns the ball over. Duke holds on to beat the Gators. But it was a hell of a game to watch.
Lightning's 7-game win streak comes to an end as they lose at the Islanders 2-1 the final last night, Doggy.
Magic take on San Antonio tonight without Wemby, so hopefully that'll be another win for the Magic tonight. And then, of course, the hated Heat coming to town on Friday.
Magic on a roll, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're finding their groove.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, this is how college football has changed. Vanderbilt, all right, just got a commitment from the top-ranked quarterback in the country, 5-star quarterback. Today, by the way, is National Signing Day. The guy is decommitting from Georgia to go to Vanderbilt.
Wow.
How good is that?
Wow.
That's insane.
You probably looked and saw all the attention Diego Pavia got, and it's like, hey, man, I want some of that. I'll get there and make things happen.
Plus, the guy plays high school football in Nashville.
That helps. That helps, too. Live at home, right? Yeah.
Right.
All right. He is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi. Plenty to discuss, as always, on his show weekday afternoons at 3 with Brandon Kravitz on FM 96.9 The Game. It is called Game On.
By the way, happy birthday to two late great musical legends, Ozzy Osbourne and, of course, Andy Williams. Moon River.
I'd rather hear you sing some Ozzy.
I can't do that.
Lynch and Taco. On demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.